In a world just like our own, there are two separate dimensions. Our dimension and a supernatural world called the Black World. For centuries, these two dimensions have lived in peace and harmony. That is until a new peace treaty is going to be signed, but the creatures of the Black World will not allow it. And because of this, a black guard named Taki was assigned to the mission, and he is partnered with a woman from the Black World named Makie. Their mission is to protect an old man named Giuseppe Maillart before any of the creatures of the Black World get to him.
Giuseppe Maillart. Glad to see they sent one of the big guns.
Well, when they told me that a woman from the other side would meet me at the gate, I certainly wasn't expecting this beautiful a specimen.
Why, you bitch, I'm gonna break your...
Now, don't be rude.
I'm rude, why? I'm just following common etiquette, you moron!
So this is a supernatural action anime created by Hideyuki Kikuchi, who is best well known as the man behind the Vampire Hunter D series and Demon City Shinjuku. And directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who is best well known as the director of Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and Highlander The Search for Vengeance. Now this is actually Kawajiri's first film, not to mention that he has been in a long relationship with Hideyuki Kikuchi, and he has been involved in many of his stories and turned them into animes. This anime is pretty much your good old-fashioned good versus evil with a supernatural twist. Think of this anime as a cross between the erotic version of John Carpenter's The Thing meets The Men in Black. With fast-paced action, freaky supernatural creatures, with violence and sex, and believe me when I say this, the eroticism of this anime is so shocking it makes your typical hentai look normal. As for the characters, I really love them. I mean, you have Giuseppe Maillart, who's one of those creepy old perverted bastards who you can just laugh at. Not to mention, I really love the main characters, Taki. He's a total womanizing, suave badass. And Makie, who's a supernatural strong female from another world who pretty much make great partners for each other. I mean, for one thing, I just really love the way they both go back and forth with their conversations. It's actually pretty cool.
For the life of me, I can't figure out why you're my partner. But your fighting abilities are certainly up to par.
What you mean is why your partner is a woman of the Black World.
Good of you to mention it. I haven't had a particularly wonderful experience with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it was merited.
Yeah.
I never requested you as my partner in the first place, and where I come from when we're given an order, we tend to obey it.
Good, I'm glad to hear it, because there's nothing we can do about it until we finish the job.
That's right.
The animation was done by the director himself. I will admit that the animation does feel a little out of style, especially for a 1987 anime, but I still have a high appreciation for it. I mean, the animation still looks good, not to mention I just love the way the supernatural creatures look. They look really freaky and erotic at the same time. And I have to say, I really love the fact that the director used an amazing amount of blue just to give that creepy, unnatural mood to the anime. It's really excellent.
You don't really believe you can hurt us with that pop gun, do you?
Actually, yes. This isn't your usual sort of toy.
I'll try to contain myself.
voice acting for both English and Japanese dub was questionable, depending on which dub that you listen to. Now, the Japanese dub for me is excellent. Now, there are actually two versions of the English dub. One of them being the streamlined dub, which I actually thought was actually the best out of the dubs. Because I thought the voice actors really brought great life to the characters with their great personality. Not to mention that this streamlined dub is actually better scripted. And then there's the manga UK dub, which I really didn't like it. I mean, for one thing, the voice actors played it dumb and felt like that they had no personality at all.
Right, by next Wednesday, I'll ship it attention to you if that's okay. Sure.
Taki, the boss wants to see you right away.
Will do.
Aww. Tough job being a player. Someone has to do it. Take care of yourself.
Your sympathy overwhelms in its heartfelt sincerity. Thanks a bundle.
We'll collect it, repair it, and deliver it back within 10 days. Bye.
Hey, Taki, the president wants to see you.
I'm off. Oh. Ugh.
Being at it again, big boy. You'd better watch out. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you for your kind concern. I really appreciate it, and I love you too.
The music was done by Osamu Shoji, who worked on animes like Space Adventure Cobra, the movie. The music has this 80s creepy feel to it, although I have to say that half of this movie was actually silent, while the other half has this up-tempo feel to it that works in certain areas. But the one thing that I do love about this anime is the music that was sung by Hitomi Toyama, who is singing in these two beautiful ballad songs, Hold Me in the Shadows and It's Not Easy.
Human beings have stumbled through history, occasionally making contact with what we call the Black World. Most of the people on both sides of the continuum have wanted to exchange insights, information, to live peacefully with each other. But in spite of a lot of folks' good intentions, bloody fights have broken out from time to time between the two sides. Things got so bad that finally representatives from both worlds ironed out a contract that allowed everyone to live together without stepping on each other's toes. Sort of a non-aggression pact, a treaty. And every so often, that treaty is renewed, and the ceasefire continues without a break. So here we are at the end of the 20th century, and they're about to conclude a new peace treaty. Right here in Tokyo.
In the end, Wicked City is a supernatural masterpiece that will thrill anyone for those who loves that supernatural thrill ride with sex and violence. This is also Kawajiri's first film, and if you're a big fan of his, this is definitely a must-see. Definitely. So, that's my review of Wicked City. I give this anime a 5 out of 5. See ya!